taking a live look outside of Whirlwind Stadium here at West Muskingum. A perfect night for football. Fort Frye comes to town to take on the West Muskingum Tornadoes. Alongside Doug Clifford, Dylan Kearns with you. Doug, this is a pretty good matchup here. Fort Frye in years past, a very dominant program, sort of younger this year in terms of what they bring to the table. And West Muskingum, a huge shutout win in week 1. The run game was the #1 attack there.
Well, you know, I talked to the coaches for both staffs, and I talked to Coach Brownrigg tonight, and I said, you know, last week you guys look like a young team in their first game that couldn't do 3 things right in a row, but when you did 2 things right, it was really good. and that's just how they looked. They made a lot of mistakes, but, man, they played hard. They played with intensity, and they did put 42 points on the board and didn't give up any.
As they take the field here, I mean, that's definitely one sort of thing when you look at what the West Muskingum offense has been. Let's look at that offensive side of the ball real quick. Jake Anton here for a while. Now he's gone. You got Braxton Brownrigg under center. He only threw the ball 13 times, and he ran at 7 last week. He's got good legs on him. I think that's definitely something that they shift gears towards this year.
Well, you know, one of those carries was about 80 yards for a touchdown. And it was like a 3rd and 10, I believe it was, something like that. And he hit that thing off tackle, and he was gone. I mean, there was no doubt he was going to score. As soon as he got past the line of scrimmage, everybody was knocked down, and he was gone.
And looking over on the Fort Frye side of things, they come in after a week 1 loss to Barnesville, a very talented team. They lost 35-7 in that one. They're looking to bounce back here. I mean, this is a team that's won 9 games, at least 2 of the last 2 years. And, you know, this is a get-back game. You can't fall to 0-2.
That's right. And, you know, these guys, they remind me of Sheridan in that whenever they take the field, they expect to win.
Right.
I mean, losing is really not an option. So I'm sure they were shocked last week. But, you know, they ran into the proverbial buzzsaw in week 1. And, you know, they're young. And I don't think they're quite as talented as they've been. But, you know, I talked Coach Ross, one of their assistant coaches, was on my staff at Kirksville. And, you know, he says, you know, these kids are grinders. That's exactly what he called them, was grinders. So they play tough.
Carter Smith and Taven Hayes back for the Tornadoes.
All right, so we're getting ready to tee it up here from Whirlwind Stadium. When I say picture perfect, I don't think you could have better weather.
To tell you, number 12 for Fort Frye kicks it deep.
That's Titan Waller. He's kicking deep to Carter Smith, and that's going to find him right at the 5. A well-kick ball as he fields it there. Tries to make a couple men miss. He gets past the 20 where he'll be brought down by a heave of Fort Frye tacklers.
That's great. That's great coverage. You tackle a guy, you know, around the 20-yard line. You couldn't ask for a lot better than that on a deep kick.
So the West Muskingum offense will get the ball first. Fort Frye winning the toss and electing to defer.
Fort Frye plays a 3-4 defense, but a lot of times looks like a 5-2. See how it looks this time. Boy, it looks an awful like a 5-2 defense.
4 wide for the Tornadoes as Braxton Brownrigg in the pistol formation. Takes a snap and looks to the running back real quick, and it's a quick completion, and that's a pretty big gain on first down. It goes to David Evans, the senior transfer from Zanesville.
There's a key block out there by one of the other wide receivers. He blocked the first man of the ball and popped that guy open. Coach, the coach at Zanesville, Grandstaff, Coach Grandstaff, said he opened every game like that to see how the secondary was going to play their coverage. Whoa, look at that. One guy going one way, one going the other.
Second down will be a carry. It goes right back to Evans, and Evans is brought down in the backfield.
David Evans on the carry.
Blake Wheeler is that strong side linebacker, and Chad Ross told me he's the heart of the defense. He's their strong side linebacker on the inside. He calls the defense, and he led the attack on that play.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 5. Brownrigg takes a snap. He rolls out right. Pressure in his face. Fire pass. It is complete to Carter Smith. That's enough for a first down. Good job to hold on to that ball.
It was a perfect route, too. He knew exactly what he had to have for the first down and was over it by a yard. Great execution. You know, with a first-year quarterback, that's a lot more complicated play than you think.
Especially on a third down rolling right.
You bet.
So that'll move the chains. Ball now on the 35. Brown Rig looks to his left. That didn't have enough juice to it, going in the direction of Smith again.
You know, the flag doesn't really show, but we got a little bit of a wind here today.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he was throwing directly into the wind on that pass, but that was definitely well short.
We feel it up here on the roof of the press box.
It's like Tavin Bennett came in with the play from the sideline. 2nd and 10.
Tall wide out at 6'4". Brownrigg will turn around and hand to Smith. There's Smith with some speed. He gets another first down. So 2 first downs for the Tornadoes, both from Smith, one with a catch and one with a run.
One of the problems that Fort Frye is going to have on defense, they have 2 freshmen in the secondary.
Yeah.
And when you have freshmen in the secondary, you're going to have some missed tackles. So that was a nice job that time to stop that for a gain of 11. Oh, look at that formation.
Tornadoes empty it out. Looks like it'll be a quick screen to the left. And that's exactly what it'll be. It goes right back to Carter Smith. Couple yards there on the screen. The ball came out.
Ball's loose.
I think they're whistling that he was down. It's a slow developing screen there.
Well, you called it right, Dylan, but it was everything but quick.
Right.
I think Brownrigg didn't look like he had a good grip on the football, and he kind of double clutched that thing. And by that time, everybody reacted.
So 2nd down and 10. It's play action. Pressure in the face. Brownrigg able to thieve it off. Oh. And the pass just dropped. Almost an interception there.
I'll tell you what, that is that play showed me some great coaching on the Fort Frye part. Roll out pass. The outside linebacker / defensive end did not run at the quarterback. He took an angle to the outside. He contained the quarterback, forced him to stop and throw it. And then, almost got the sack. Great execution by that outside linebacker.
So another 3rd down for the Tornadoes. They're 2 for 2 in this category so far tonight. Brownrigg takes the snap. Again rolling right. And the pass is incomplete. There's a flag in the backfield.
I think we're going to have
holding against the Tornadoes.
That time the defensive end went to the inside, and the blocker panicked and stuck his hand out to block him, and all he had to do was just stand there because the guy had taken himself out of the play. But penalties plagued these guys against Lakewood. I think they had 9 or 10 penalties.
That's usually a theme early on in the year.
Yes, it is.
So Carter Smith, the do-it-all man, is the punter here for West Em, as that one's a floater in the air. Takes a tornado bounce, and it'll keep rolling. Inside the 10 almost, and that's where it'll be, right there at the 9-yard line. What a punt. So Carter Smith, 2 first downs, and he drops a nice punt inside the 10.
That's one of my coaching pet peeves, Dylan. Catch the punt. I mean, unless it's a situation where you don't need to catch it, like at the end of the game, and you just don't want to risk a fumble, catch the punt because you lose so much field position. That's going to be a tough place to start. Great opportunity for the Tornado defense to get a 3 and out.
So here comes this Cadet offense. It's led by quarterback Grady Hessen. He almost had the interception on the last drive on defense. So they'll do an end-around play, and immediately bottled up by the Tornadoes. It was Tice Beardsley on the carry.
He's their #1 ball carrier. Looked like a short gain, maybe a yard.
Stevenson, Caden Love on the tackle.
Wing T offense
Gain of 1, second down and
by the
9.
Fort Frye Cadets.
You'll notice they have a fullback listed at 6'4", 220.
Whoa.
He's optioned out wide to the left here.
Well,
the
this
bottom
is
of
a
your
wide
screen.
out, spread out formation here.
And this will be another give right back to Beardsley. Hit hard in the backfield. Might have gained 1 on the play.
Beardsley on the carry, brought down by number 31, Cooper McKenzie.
Cooper McKenzie, nice tackle. That's just a version of the jet sweep,
It's
and
third down.
that jet landed quickly.
So 3rd down and 9.
Boy, you got to be careful here. Got to be careful here, cadets.
Tornadoes bringing pressure. And Hessen will get this one off right back to
Holy
Beardsley, and
cow.
he's got a 1st down. Great throw and catch there, backed up in their own end zone.
Boy, I like the patience their quarterback had. I mean, he didn't rush anything. It was a rollout pass. They flooded the zone over there. He found the open man.
Ball is marked at the 24-yard line, 1st down, Cadets.
These cadets are used to winning. I mean, they're not going to fold their tent and go away. Nice pass that time by Grady Hessen, Fort Frye quarterback.
Just under 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 1. I'll go right back to Beardsley. He's got a little bit of space to the right, and he's got gain of about 5.
Beardsley on the carry.
That's their big play. I mean, that's their big play out of the wing T. Bring their wingman in motion, hand him the football. And what the wing T does is, that's on page 1. You turn to page 2, he says, bring the wing back in motion, fake the wing back, give the ball to somebody else. And I mean, it's just a recipe offense, and teams that master. I remember John Glenn, Coach John Kelly up there, he had that thing down. It was a machine.
They'll go right back to Beardsley, and he's got some space. Got a 1st down past the 40. I think he's touched it on every play so far.
I think you're right.
He had the reception on that 3rd down play. So they started the drive on the 9, and now they're at the 40 after a couple 1st downs.
Well, if you get a guy that's going to touch it every time, you should score often and early.
Another thing that does is it ticks the time off the clock.
Yes, it does. There's a big
this
fullback.
will be the big fellow we mentioned earlier, as that is Bradford brought down right when he touched it.
Bradford on the carry.
Yeah, that's what we call in the coaching circles as
Brought down by Cooper
somebody on the front line threw a lookout block. As in, look out, I missed my guy.
We appreciate your support.
Second and 10, interesting call for the wing T offense. They really don't like to throw it a lot. I mean, they want to run that ball 80% of the time.
This will be a give right back to the up man, and he is brought down. This Tornado defense not blinking on that.
Brought down by 53, Caden Love.
Well, the success they've had, Dylan, has been off tackle. They've had nothing up the middle. But you have to establish that fullback in the wing T. I mean, you just have to do that. You have to run that guy because he sets up all the stuff to the outside.
So a 3rd down and long. 1 pass attempt so far. It was completed on a 3rd down and long. Hessen rolls out left. He's got a wide open receiver. And again, it's Beardsley. Beardsley's got a block. He's past the 30. And that's where he'll be brought down just past the 20. So a big throw and catch right back to the same guy they got on the last conversion.
Man, he just ran that out into the flat. They kind of flooded the zone. Nobody picked him up. That's definitely a breakdown into coverage.
Ball is marked at the 18-yard line, first down, Cadets.
So a very long drive. Just about 3:30 left on the game clock.
We're going to run out of sunshine.
And this will be a give to the right.
Look out,
and
look
there's
out.
some blocks ahead. A flag is thrown in the backfield as trotting his way into the end zone is Bricker, but I think we'll have to wait. And it is a hold on the offense. It was Sam Bricker's first carry of the game, but.
Well, you know, from up here, you can see that play develop. And I thought, man, if that lead guy out there gets a block, he's going to get some yards. Well, he got the block, but maybe he also got the shirt.
That is a 10-yard penalty and will remain first down and 20.
So that's got to be frustrating as a head coach. You move the ball down the field, you get a couple great plays. You had a good scheme there with that play designed to the right, but just had the block.
You really enjoy those things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But now it sets you back.
I like 1st and 20. Oh, look out.
Oh, yeah, brought down in the backfield. What a big play from the Tornado defense. As it was Gavin Roush.
Wow.
Put on his backside.
Nice play by the defense. I thought sure the cornerback had the ball.
Yeah, I thought he did too. If he kept that thing, he had nothing but daylight.
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, that's the whole basis of the spread offense. Is the quarterback hands the ball to a back going to the left, and his eyes draw on the defensive end on the other end. If that defensive end flies down the line in pursuit, he pulls the ball out and goes around the end. And, wow. West Muskingum's glad he made a nice handoff.
So now it's a 2nd down and 26.
Okay, these aren't near as fun. These aren't. This is when you look at your offensive coordinator and say, come on, give me a play.
We want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by the Community Bank. Now's the perfect time to join the Go Local movement by banking locally with the Community Bank.
When play resumes, Fort Frye will have 2nd down and 26.
Well, we'll see if they're going to go for a trick play or run one of their bread and butter plays and get whatever they can.
The passing attack has worked so far in the limited chances they've taken in it. That's a low snap. And loads deep for the end zone, overshot him.
Boy, he was open. He had 2 steps on that defender and had that ball been on the money. It would have been 6 points.
Hessen was going deep for the freshman, Nathan Adams. If you're 6'2" as a freshman, I think you're going to see some time on the field.
You know, this is a great situation for the Tornado defense. But if you're the Tornado coaching staff, you're thinking, if it wasn't for a holding penalty, we'd be behind 7 points.
Right.
And we've had a guy, that was a touchdown pass there they gave up that just was 1 yard too long.
So a whistle and a timeout. 2nd timeout of the drive. Here from the Cadets. So as they take a timeout, we're going to step aside here. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films. I tell you what, Doug, it's a perfect night here. Big crowd. I mean, it's standing room only.
I mean, it's a beautiful stadium. You know, West Muskingum's done a great job here, really modernizing their facility. The field's beautiful. You got a full house. And Fort Frye has a third and a zip code other than the one they started in.
So they will try to just get some sort of yardage here. As a play action pass, Hessen looking deep, and he goes up top and just out of the reach of his wide receiver. That was Sam Bricker.
I think it had Bricker kept running, he'd have ran underneath that football, but he slowed down at the very end of his route, like he didn't have confidence in his quarterback to get it there. The quarterback has plenty of arm.
Seems like he tried to jump and high point that thing when, like you mentioned,
the
ball would have hit him in stride if he kept going. So now 4th down at 26. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, you know, they have an excellent kicker. I saw him in the pregame, and, I mean, he can kick it a mile. But I think this is beyond his distance. Oh, looks like a quick kick right here.
And they drop Hessen back. He's going to punt it angled towards the sideline, and that just goes right into the end zone. So if the ball's on the 34, is it worth the 14 yards to just punt that in the end zone?
Well, you know, neither team has a point, but so far the most impressive team are the Cadets. The Tornadoes look a little shaky.
Plus that offense has been on the sideline just thinking about that last drive.
The thing that West End has going for them offensively is that any given play, they can run the full length of the carpet and be in the end zone. From the quarterback to the receivers to their running backs.
So only one wide receiver here as they start this second drive. And they will give to Carter Smith a spin move in the backfield. He's still on his feet. He gets a couple yards there on that carry. Very impressive from the running back.
That might be his best run of the entire night. I mean, for the rest of the game, he was hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe behind the line of scrimmage.
Tell you what, I've been very impressed with how Coach Brownrigg's been able to develop players while he's been here. I mean, we saw Carter Smith last year as a sophomore making plays. We saw Amari Harris making plays as a freshman last year. Like, these are guys stepping in another year later that are just making an impact.
Yep.
So 2nd down and 6. This will be quarterback keeper for Brownrigg. There's that speed. He's got a 1st down.
You know, whenever your quarterback is a bona fide running threat, that puts extra pressure on your defense. I mean, you watch your wide receivers, you key the fullback, you watch the tailback, and all of a sudden the quarterback takes a snap and runs right down your throat. You know, that's tough.
So they were able to get the 1st down?
Yeah, that's the thing that impressed me about their offense this year is they've utilized the running quarterback much more so than when Jake Anton was here, who was the passer.
They've always had great running backs. Carter Winland last year, Rashid Cisse, obviously. Even going back to Ty Schauger. And there is Brownrigg again. He's got space to the outside. Past the 50, a flag is down in the backfield. He's going to go to the house, but we'll have to wait on the flag. A huge run from the quarterback.
There is a marker on the play.
And there's a hold on the offense. So the quarterback, Brownrigg, goes all the way to the house, and they'll move him back 10.
You know, that's what he did last week. I think he's around the 20, 22-yard line. He ran off tackle right, and it was just like that. Once he gets in the open, there's nobody who's going to catch him.
So that's an absolute drive killer again. We saw it from the Cadet side once they got inside the 20. West End getting some sort of, play stringing together, and now they're taxed with a holding call.
You know, Dylan, second week of the season.
Holding against the offense.
I bet
10-yard penalty.
I bet 90% of the calls have been holding. And I don't know.
We have an unsportsmanlike conduct against the head coach at Fort Frye.
So there was an unsportsmanlike call on Fort Frye.
There's the old 1%er. but they have a lot of holding calls early in the season. I just wonder if that was a special emphasis when they had the referees meeting early in the year. Well, so it's going to be second and 5, first and 5.
I think they're still trying to figure it out. It's a lot of math involved when you get a holding, then you add that to it.
After the penalty, first down.
All right, so the holding call didn't really hurt the Tornadoes. They're first and 5 here.
That's right, 5-yard gain, first down.
Brownrigg feeling pressure, fires, and he passes caught. It's Carter Smith again. And he's past midfield.
You know, I think the referee, you better be careful blowing a whistle too quickly. That kid might break away.
Down to the Fort Frye 49-yard line, and that's another Tornado.
6'3", 205. He's got the strength to go with it.
So just over a minute remaining in the first quarter.
I think if West can play some clean football, they'll go down the field and get a touchdown.
Brownrigg takes the snap. He keeps it himself, and he's hit hard.
Brownrigg on the quarterback keeper.
Sam Brick was in on that tackle, number 5 for the Cadets. But I think Brownrigg stumbled coming out of his stance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here's my favorite guy. My favorite Tornado, Dante. Give the ball to Dante and get out of his way. The kid has some quick. He's in at tailback.
Second down and 10. And this will be an end around. They use him as a decoy here. And past the gain of 5, he gets about 7 there, as that's a big run.
Good call.
From Grady Dollings.
Grady Dollings on the carry. Brought down by Tulis.
Well, you know, if you're on defense and you see number 4 come in, you saw the scouting report on him, you figure he's getting the ball. And that was an excellent call that time by the West Muskingum staff.
You know, Coach Brownrigg, he called Dante Tyson the downhill guy. I think that matches the profile. Just a downhill hard runner, big body. Give it to him and get out of the way.
Well, the first time he touched it last week, he scored. They had a penalty. They gave it to him again on the next play. He still scored.
So that will do it for quarter number 1 here at West Muskingum. No score between the Tornadoes and the Cadets. We'll be back with quarter number 2. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films.
Second quarter sponsor.
Quarter number 2. Field flips for the Tornadoes. They got it on the 43 of the third down and 3 to go. Brownrigg with a give to Smith. Loves that spin move. He's hit hard.
Carter Smith on the carry, tackled by Waller. No gain.
Nice defensive play. That's a loss of a yard. Fourth down. You know, I would be afraid to let number 15 take off.
Keep that himself, the quarterback draw.
Oh, he's not even going to take the snap.
Now they motion him out right. It's Carter Smith.
They're trying to get him to jump off sides.
Smart play right there by Coach Brownrigg.
Well-disciplined defense. They were well off the football. They didn't fall for that. They run the quarterback out in motion, try to get him to jump. A long count. They just sat in their stances. Nice job by the defense. I'd say these are well-coached teams. You know, West Muskingum's young, so is Fort Frye, but from my standpoint, they look well-coached. But they do the little things really well.
You know, for a 0-0 score right now, it doesn't feel that way. They've been able to move the ball a little bit from both sides. Just like late penalties killed the Cadet drive, and then right here, still driving, taking a lot of time off the clock, but just not finishing with points.
Okay, so what are they going to come out in? Quarterback's off the field. Oh, I don't know. It does look like a punt formation to me.
Brownrigg takes a snap. He's going to call his own number, and he's
stopped.
Stuffed short. We're standing right over the fourth down, or rather the yard to gain, and he did not get it.
No. He had to get to the 39. He didn't cross the 40. He got stuffed. 51 was in on that tackle. A couple other guys were too. Blake Wheeler. Says here in the program, Blake is a 3-year letterman.
That's why he's making plays like that.
Man, I tell you what. See, these are the kind of games I like. There's defense in this game. I like it. See if West End can play some.
So here comes Fort Frye's offense. This is Beardsley. He's got a first down. Great running from both running backs. Seen it from Smith and Beardsley. Sort of like the X-weapon on each team, just making plays.
Well, both teams, both offenses are racking up yards. No one has yet to finish a drive. Fort Frye's in tornado territory. Something's wrong here. There's going to be too much time.
Yeah, the play clock's down to 10 seconds. There's only one timeout left on the Fort Frye side.
They may save it.
And they're able to get it off. There's Beardsley. And even to get yards on that play is probably a positive in the minds of the coaches on Fort Frye.
What? And I'm thinking, if you're going to huddle twice, you ought to come up with something really fancy.
Yeah, not just your same old give inside.
Yeah. But they were fortunate to get that play off and get positive yards. I think they had too many guys on the field to start with. Tight formation, nobody split wide.
And they'll go right back to Beardsley. He'll get a few yards. It'll be 3rd and short.
Beardsley on the carry. Brought down by Cooper McKenzie, Caden Love.
You know, they're playing wing T football. They get a gain. As long as it's positive yards, they're going to run it again probably.
3rd down and 5.
These are the situations they like to be in. Short yardage, just find a way to move the chains.
Just get as close to the first down in 3 plays as you can.
Beardsley again to the left. He's got space. He's past
gone.
the 30. He's got one man to beat, lowers the shoulder, and he's inside the 5. A big run from Beardsley on 3rd down.
You know, it's a wing T offense. Passing situation, not so much. We're going to keep running it, and you have to stop it. All right, this is the this is the best scoring threat of the night for either team right here.
So 1st and goal from the 5.
We're going to have a timeout, West End. Didn't have the people on the field they wanted.
Timeout is called by West Muskingum, their 2nd of the first half.
So as they take a timeout, we want to remind you that tonight's game brought to you by Fink's Harley-Davidson. Live to ride, ride to live. Fink's quality cars and RVs, quick as a wink, deal with Fink. And Fink's easy leasing and rental. Well, this looks like it could be the first real scoring opportunity of the game.
It's 1st and goal against a team that runs the ball extremely well. I wonder if we'll see the big fullback.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he wasn't very effective early in the game, but with that outside running attack,
Kanan Bradford.
with Tice Beardsley running off tackle and around the end, that middle might be ready to exploit.
So 1st and goal. Hessen will give to Bradford, and there's that big fullback. Big gain. I think he'd give it to him just 2 more times.
Well, he got about as close as you can get. Now the 1. Well, that was a prime time for that call. I mean, they've been running off tackle and outside, giving to the wing backs, mostly Beardsley. Fullback was ready that time. They're going to key on the fullback this time. Watch for number 4.
And they give to Beardsley. He's hit hard. He doesn't get there.
I think
Look
he
at
gets
that
stopped.
tornado defense. Plug in the middle.
Love and McKenzie on the tackle.
Nice play on the goal line. Loss of a yard. I think they should have listened to you, Dylan. Fed that fullback.
A big body back like that, this close to the goal line, definitely should be on your mind. And this is a pitch out left to Beardsley. He leans forward, and I think they're going to mark him short. So another big stop from this Tornado defense.
Where's the ball going to be placed?
It's about as close as you can get.
Woo. That's about a donut short. I'm telling you now. I'll be telling the fullback, you're on scholarship for this, son. We didn't put you in the lineup to make 75-yard breakaways.
Wonder if they just line up the fullback under center. They trust him to take the snap and push forward.
Here he comes.
And it'll be a QB sneak. Hessen calls his own number, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cadets.
Nice drive. No mistakes. Did they throw the ball at all? I don't think so, did they?
It's a well-schemed drive.
Some of West M's defensive guys are limping off the field. They're going to go for 2? Nope. I'd say this kid, I saw him in the pregame. He's kicking it out of sight. See how he does here.
So this is Hudson Chama.
Kaboom!
Oh, yeah. That's on its way to the parking lot.
4 concession stand, buddy, I'm telling you.
That's 7 with an exclamation point right there.
Well, Coach Bernrick told me if we don't come out and play, he said these guys are tough. They're going to play hard. They're not going to give up. He said we got to take it to them. If we don't, he said we'll be looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard. Boy, I tell you what, he called that shot. West End played Lakewood last week that has about 3 wins in 4 years.
Yeah.
And Fort Frye played one of the best teams Barnesville's ever had, according to everybody I've talked to. So, that first week is fool's gold as far as trying to see where you're at. And right now that tough opponent in week 1 is paying off for the Cadets. And that weak opponent is not paying off for the Tornadoes. Well, number 12, Titan Waller, I saw him, he would kick it straight down the field. Then he'd practice on the hash, kicking it across the field into that zone down there by the 20 where nobody's standing. So I'm anxious to see what he does on this kick, because he was placing his kickoffs on purpose. I mean, he wasn't just kicking to see where it went.
Yeah, he kicked the first one really deep. And this one's directed and fielded inside the 5. And taking its way forward, spin move, and the ball comes out. So the ball's on the ground. And they're going to say West Muskingum recovered it.
I think the return man recovered his own fumble. Was that 24 on a return?
I think it was. It's hard to get a number on that.
.637 left in the first half.
So it was interesting there. We didn't see Carter Smith back deep. He limped off the field on defense. He's back out here on this offensive play, but I wonder if that fumble on the return is because the new return man was back deep. Regardless, this will be a first down carry, and not much there.
Well, that was your basic family reunion on the ball carrier. About 5 guys on that tackle. Great defensive play. Great pursuit. He never had a chance.
So they call it 1 yard on that game. And Brownrigg fires left. Pass caught by Tavin Bennett. You know, he didn't get the first, but he fell down. I think he had enough to where he could have kept going for that first down.
He's a weapon they have to use tonight. I mean, they have young guys in the secondary, and you have a kid like Bennett out there. You have to take advantage of him. At that time, they did.
3rd down and 2. Brownrigg keeps it himself. Look at that speed.
Man.
I think he's got enough to move the chains.
Heslin on the tackle, the quarterback. Quarterback tackling a quarterback, but it was enough for a first down. I didn't think it was. I thought it was short. Run the clock.
We're having issues with the clock.
There we go. A little hometown timekeeping there, John. I thought that guy may have worked at Crooksville at one time for us.
Yeah.
we had some mysterious clockworks down there at Village Park.
Brownrigg takes the snap. His initial target was not there. He forces it, and he found a way to fit it in. A great throw and catch. That goes to Ashton Ansel for a big gain.
What a play. That's an outstanding play by Brownrigg to find his receiver with that much pressure on him and had that much patience to wait till he broke open.
He was staring down Ansel the whole way.
He was.
And he knew once he got that little gap, he was going to put it in the window, and he sure as heck did.
You know, for a first-year starting quarterback, I'm impressed with Braxton Brownrigg. He does a lot of good things, a lot of things right.
So 1st down and 10 on the midfield stripe. This one well over the head of Carter Smith. He almost made a catch of the year.
I'll tell you what.
Juggled it, put it over the head of the defender,
I know.
and almost kept moving with it.
4:46 left. Clock stopped here in the first half. Second and 10. See if the Tornadoes can keep this momentum going. They're in midfield.
Brownrigg feeling pressure. He might have to throw this one away. Or he's going to throw it deep downfield. That's incomplete.
Well, number 4, their stud running back, Tice Beardsley. He did what we used in the secondary we called, even when the pass is incomplete, make sure you make a splash on that receiver. That ball went flying over his head, and he still made a nice hit over there, and it was really close to being a hit out of bounds. But that receiver is going to know that number 4 is lurking in that secondary waiting on him. 3rd and 10.
A big third down here in the first half. Brownrigg rolling right. And that pass just off, going for Carter Smith.
Great pressure on the quarterback that time. Forced him to make a bad throw. 4th down, I think we're going to see the punt team come out. Another West End drive that looks really good early. Comes to nothing.
Smith was able to get open there, but throw was just not on target.
Smith in punt formation. Heston back for the Cadets.
Well, if I was ever going to do a fake punt, it'd be right now. Nope.
Smith again.
Look out. Look
Fair
out.
catch called for and taken.
Nice job.
They got
Nice
the quarterback
catch
deep. That's Hessen.
Man, I tell you what. The coach says you're on the team. You got to do what you got to do to win, fellas. Quarterback get down and catch some punts.
You know, it's funny because we haven't really seen the quarterback run featured by the Cadets. So if you got enough speed to be back deep, you'd think they might be able to utilize them in the run game. But
you bet.
We haven't seen it yet.
4:13 left in the half.
So we'll see what Fort Frye can put together. They do get the ball to start the second half, so there's a chance they milk this drive, get a score in, and come back and double dip. This is a play action end around.
Oh.
And staying on his feet before getting hit hard on the play. That's Ashton Ansel with a big thump.
Brought down by Cooper McKenzie and Amari Harris.
Nice hit. Cooper McKenzie. Nice tackle.
2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4. But that's the wing T offense. Just gain 3, gain 4, and then they break a big one.
This will be a give to Bradford.
Bradford on the carry.
It's a few yards there.
Well, I'm anxious to see if Coach Huck on the far side takes a shot for a big play. If they get a first down,
3rd down and 1.
if they get this first down, they may be a big play on their start their next series.
This will be Beardsley. Beardsley in the backfield. Yeah, he loses. Maybe he reaches for one. But there's a flag down in the backfield, and it'll be holding.
I think this might be a good time to decline a penalty. I mean, if they're tackling him for a loss, they can take the result of the play.
I think they're going to take the chance.
Holding against the offense.
And they will decline it.
Brings up 4th down and 3.
That's a good call. They're not going to go for it on 4th down here. When they had the lead, they played great defense. See what they do. I don't see a punt team out there.
We've seen a punt earlier.
Last
the
time
quarterback
Hessen
drops
just backed
back.
up and punted the ball. They might try to draw them off sides.
And a timeout called.
The referee's timeout. Clock's running. Going to take advantage of the referee stopping that. Rehuddle. Hustle to the line. See if they shift into punt formation or try to draw them off sides. Oh,
and it worked.
Drew him off.
And Coach Brownrigg is throwing up his hands in disappointment. That's rough.
It's going to be offsides.
Brownrigg looked right, turned around to the bench, pointed at his head. So it's mental right here. Can't make those mistakes.
No. Now, if that mistake results in a score, boy, that's really a big mistake. Not just a 5-yard penalty.
Especially before the half.
Oh, my.
So that's a first down at 10 on the 31. And there's some space with a big gashing run. Down the sideline goes Gavin Rauch.
He's going to go.
He's going to go.
He's going to go.
All the way to the house. A statement run from Fort Frye.
You bet it was. Gavin Rauch. Man, that little inside reverse, you have your eyes on number 4 all night. You got to stop number 4. You got to stop number 4. And who's number 11? That's the guy going into the end zone.
Haven't called his name much.
No.
He's only had one carry.
You wouldn't even know he's on the team. See what this is going to be.
So a funky formation.
Oh,
wow. Really creative play. As they get the 2 and add insult to injury after the penalty and a big run score. It's now a 15-0 lead for the Cadets.
And you called it, Dylan. They get the ball to start the half.
I mean, we'll see how aggressive that Coach Brownrigg will be here with only 2 minutes left. They had a 4th down stop or a 3rd down stop.
I tell you what, Dylan, I was at their end of the field before the game, and I thought, I've never seen so many little kids dressed for a football game in my whole life. And I thought, now I went down to watch the West kids, and they look so much physically better and bigger. I thought, man, this could be a beating for the Cadets. But Chad Ross, my former assistant and former player for us at Crooksville, he told me, he said, these kids are grinders. He said, they play tough. They don't give up. He said, they may be more skilled than we are. He said, but we're tough. And, boy, I tell you what, that's exactly the difference in this ball game.
This Cadet team reminds me of like a Navy team in college football, you know, just to grind it out, run the ball.
And is an excellent comparison. You get points for that one.
Yeah,
you get points for that.
It's just the physical nature of their offense.
I was just getting ready to say hard. They remind me of Navy, but you beat me to it. That's a good call.
So another big boot. This one bounces out of bounds. Oh. So maybe some life here for the Tornadoes.
Kick goes out of bounds.
Well, I'd say the Tornado team and the Tornado fans are in a state of shock right now. The score 15-0. And that 2-point conversion, that's huge.
Yeah. The Tornadoes have a good kicker in Silas Kuhn. If they could just get it down there and get at least some sort of points on the board.
Get something on the board.
They'll take it.
Well, I'm looking for Tavin Bennett, and I'm looking for Carter Smith right now. This is their time. Make a play.
So pass goes out to Carter Smith. And he's got blockers to the side. He's got space down the sideline. Stays on his feet past the 20, and he steps out of bounds. But that could have been a house call on the first play.
You know, you have game breakers on your team. You got to get the ball to them. And that's a great call that time by West End. Man.
Just the quick screen pass.
You know, Find those guys. Find Tavin Bennett. Find Carter Smith.
Only one timeout left.
Brown Rig run it.
And they will turn around and hand it off. Not much there.
David Evans on the carry. Tompkins on the tackle.
As it was David Evans.
Second down, 9.
It's about a minute 30, one timeout left on the Tornado side.
Get set. Let him get set. Good call. Good call. Brown Rig gave a little signal there to what to do. Whoa, bobbled the ball.
Juggles the snap, fires. He's got a wide open receiver.
Clock's going to run.
And the pass is caught, but yeah, the clock running.
You got to hurry up, guys. You got to hurry up.
Went to Cade Porter. Just over a minute now.
Got to get a first down.
3rd down and 5. Brown Rig looks left, goes right, loads it up towards the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown.
Did you see that catch?
What a throw and catch, and the Tornadoes strike back.
Who caught that ball? It wasn't Carter Smith because he was on our side of the field.
Tavin Bennett.
You bet. Get that ball to Tavin Bennett. Get that ball to Carter Smith.
He just picked it off the head of the defender. Well, here comes Kuhn for the PAT. It's up and good, and the Tornadoes have life.
You know, in all fairness to the defensive back for Fort Frye, he didn't get beat deep. He was right there. The problem was, you know, the guy he was covering, Tavin, he's a heck of an athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, he made a great play. And he's 6'4".
Yeah, that's
and you're 5'4", and you know you don't have to be a geometry teacher to figure that one out.
Not
Great
much you
response.
can do.
Dylan, I think they had to score.
Yeah.
I think if they don't score on that last drive, I think the Cadets take this game home.
So 48 seconds, I would assume just a kneel down, maybe a run or two from the Fort Frye side. Silas Coons gets ready to boot this one away. And that's come up and taken by, we just saw him go to the house on the big run on the last time. That is Gavin Rauch, and he stays on his feet.
He got good, you know, they may not sit on this.
So 40 seconds to go. Only need 60 yards. We mentioned a great kicker.
Yep.
Ball is marked at the 36, first down, Fort Frye.
So a field goal would make it 11 right now.
I think they'd have to get down to about the 25.
So Hessen throws out to the 40.
Get out of bounds, son.
Tackled by Bricker.
Bricker on the reception.
Don't fight for that extra yard. Get out of bounds.
So now with about 20 seconds, got to go quick unless they just want to milk this one away. So Hessen rolls left, eyes downfield, high throw, incomplete. And I think now they'll just take this one to the half.
Yeah, I think
that high ball, you don't want one picked off either.
No, you don't want to see a pick six now.
Oh,
man.
So with 6 seconds, just need 1 yard for the first. They're probably going to take it to the half. This is another Big run from Roush. Got it to the 42. 2 seconds and a timeout from Fort Frye. They're going to try it.
Why not?
Timeout called by Fort Frye, their last of the half.
We want to remind you tonight's broadcast brought to you by Kokonis Furniture and Mattress First, always making it easier for you to furnish your home. So, Coach, the ball's on the 41. Think you could just try to heave one for the end zone and hope for the best?
You bet. Or a trick play.
Yeah. Hook and ladder, maybe.
Halfback pass, a double pass. Well, there's number 4.
So they motion Roush. And Hessen, pressure in his face. Throws it deep. And it is caught into the end zone for the touchdown.
You gotta be kidding me.
The Hail Mary is answered.
There's a flag down.
There is a flag. I don't know if that might be on the celebration.
No, it was thrown during the play. And I think it's pass interference on West End.
I mean, the ball was thrown in the direction of several defenders. I'm surprised none got their hands on that one. I believe it was Beardsley who caught the touchdown.
Well, that is something that cannot happen on your defense. You can't give up a touchdown with 2 seconds to go in half. That's a cardinal sin in the secondary.
So it was pass interference on the defense. That touchdown will stand. So 2 bone crushers on the West End side. They had the one penalty that resulted in a touchdown.
Yep.
And then they have a Hail Mary to end the half.
There's one untimed down.
So here comes Titan Waller for the PAT. And it's up and good.
The field goal is good.
So 22-7.
That is the end of the first half. Fort Frye 18, West 7.
Look at West. Look at their players.
They look defeated to walk into the locker room.
I'll tell you what, they better have the big dose of inspiration or they're done.
So the long touchdown ends the half, right when we thought the Fort Frye second to last drive was going to be the double dip. The Tornadoes responded with one of their own, and with 40 seconds, Fort Frye drives the ball a little bit. Hail Mary touchdown pass ends the half.
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe. I'm sure some words will be said in the locker room for Coach Brownrigg and company, but even after the Hail Mary, Fort Frye will get the ball to start the second half with a huge lead here at Whirlwind Stadium. We'll step aside with a halftime show with the bands coming up next. You're watching high school football right here on South 60 Films.
We reset the scoreboard at halftime. Let's get the time up here, sir.
you to West Muskingum High for the opportunity to perform on the field this evening. As the cadets are preparing to step into the world of mystery, drama, and hidden truths under the direction of drum major Connor Dyer, the cadets are proud to feature soloists on trumpet Gracie Blind, on mellophone Hunter Hale, on alto saxophone Zoe Steele, and from the guard Roxy Strauss and Brody Garvin. A special thank you goes to Mr. Tyler Wentline, now in his second year as the director of the cadets, along with our dedicated staff, telegram instructor Karen Schaefer, percussion instructor Katie Shad, choreographer Ashley Showtime. Next Saturday, these students will be heading to David Falls to compete at the flurry band competition. Be sure to wish them luck when you see them marching by. Tonight, we proudly present our 2025 production on Mask. The band will be performing the first two movements of their show, Two Worlds and a Masquerade. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to direct your attention to the field for the highlight of your halftime entertainment as the Fort Frye Marching Cadets reveal the story of choice, love, and destiny in their 2025 field show, Unmasked.
Might not be in there. Probably. She's announcing stuff. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the near sideline where the 2025 edition of the Tornado Marching Band is now entering the field. Here on the third seated under the direction of Andrew Reitz, the band starts tonight with a pop song from 2009 that has become a fan favorite touring events everywhere. Here's Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA. We jump back to the 1970s for our next song, which was Elton John's first number one hit in the United States. The band continues tonight with Crocodile Rock. finishes tonight with a classic from Motown, recorded in 1967 by the Four Tops. Enjoy and reach out. half tickets out. Get your red half and half ticket out. We're going to see them here in a second. Red half and half ticket. Get your numbers out.
I don't know what my plan is, but
half and half ticket now is complete. Ticket number 619-9659. 619-9659. Come up to the press box. Spend your $300 half and half.
No, well, yeah, the one that's
No.
Welcome you back for the second half here at Whirlwind Stadium. Quite the dramatic end of the first half here. The coach, I mean, what did you see?
I saw what would be, if I was still a defensive coach, like I was most of my career, I would have had a breakdown on that last play. That can't happen. 2 seconds ago, you're playing a team that only throws the ball once in a great while, and you give up a 50-yard touchdown pass. Can't happen.
Yeah, it was just a dramatic ending, not just with that, but you also had West Muskingum finally getting some sort of momentum with a touchdown pass of their own, but that just deflated all the energy that they brought back on that.
No doubt. Well, Fort Frye was off the field in about 8 seconds at halftime. It looked like Moses was taking the West End Tornadoes across on a 40-year trek to the locker room.
I'm sure things were said in the locker room and get you ready here for half number 2.
Oh, I betcha.
22-7 our score. Fort Frye with a commanding lead. They will get the ball again to start the second half here. Getting chilly here at West Muskingum. Sun's gone down.
Broken Phillips back.
So Silas Kuhn getting ready to kick this one away. You think he goes with a pooch kick here, try to get the ball?
Boy, that would be a daring call, but I wouldn't do it. Not yet.
Well, here comes the kick from Kuhn. He will kick it deep. And it's going to be dropped right there at the 13, and falling on it is Beardsley. There's the first positive that West End needs.
Now, West End's defense has to step up. I mean, they have to step up. You have to shut down number 4 on those off tackle and sweep plays. You have to contain the quarterback on a rollout pass instead of letting him break, contain, and throw the ball all over the place. And you got to play a little tougher than they played the first half.
The ball's on the 13. And this will go to Rauch. Rauch had a couple big runs, including the long touchdown run earlier. He'll get about a yard or two there.
Defense trying to get the fans into the ball game. Fans are sitting on their hands. Not much to cheer about.
So 2nd down and 7.
You know, that's the thing about the wing T offense. They get 3 yards, they're thrilled to death. You know, because they know they're going to run it 4 times in a row.
So this will be a give to Beardsley on the left. I tell you what, this wing T is a broadcaster's nightmare.
Yes, it is.
We don't know who has the ball.
It's not a whole lot of fun coaching against it either.
Yeah. Beardsley's got enough for a first down.
Cooper McKenzie on the tackle.
So we've seen Fort Frye start on their own 9, their first offensive possession. They drove that all the way down into enemy territory before a penalty dropped that back. But
yes, it did.
They have no problem moving the ball.
They scored, didn't they?
They got that down, and they had a holding call.
Yeah. But, I mean, they ran it into the end zone. It was called back.
That's right on. There's Beardsley with a gain of about 4.
First down. We always thought first down was the key down against a wing T offense. Because, you know, they're going to – if it's 3rd and 6, that's a running down for them. It's not a passing down. And if you make it, 2nd and 10, then you have an advantage. Right now, they're getting positive yards on first down every snap.
This Cadet offense also taking the play clock down all the way. About 10 to snap it now. And this will go to Rauch. Rouch finds a little crease, and he's got another first down. It's a chain mover for the Cadets.
Brown on the carry. Tackled by Brown
You know,
and Smith.
when you're going to watch this film and you're West End, you're going to think they ran 2 plays.
37, first down, Cadets.
Yeah. One to each side.
They run 2 plays. They ran a fullback dive, what, twice?
And that's mainly been seen in the red zone.
Yep.
So this will be a give to Beardsley. He's tripped up, but he had some daylight.
Well, I'll tell you
Another
what.
first down.
If he had a shorter shoestring, he may have been gone. That's all that got grabbed.
Ball's marked at the 48-yard line, first down.
Nice drive. Start the game. Start second half. That's exactly what the Tornadoes did not want to happen. Don't let this team control the clock and control the ball and get first downs. We're under 9 minutes already in the third quarter.
So we'll go to Beardsley. Beardsley running all over this Tornado defense. Ball's on the ground, recovered by the Tornadoes. And another break.
That was definitely a fumble. No doubt about it. The ball came out.
That's exactly what the Tornadoes needed. They could not stop them on that drive.
You know, they're running 2 plays, and they're getting better at it. So West, that turnover, man, that could not have come at a better time. See if they can take advantage of this break, move the ball themselves.
Brownrigg pitches right back. And it's a big gain on first down. That was David Evans.
Brought down by Bradford.
You know, that's something we've seen so far from the West Muskingum side. Is just a plethora of ball carriers. We've seen Smith run it. We've seen Evans. Of course, the quarterback, Brownrigg. And we've seen, of course, Dente Tyson in the backfield as well. Kind of pick your poison with what they bring.
Well, you know, even last week when they scored 42 points, they didn't control the ball long periods at a time. They couldn't, you know, they didn't stay on the field.
This one's thrown out to Evans. Evans with a burst. He's got a first down. Crosses midfield.
You know, if West has any advantage at all, I would have to say it's their speed. You know, they got 3 or 4 guys on our team that are faster than everybody on Fort Frye. They got to get the ball to them. Carter, Tavin, Dante.
So first down and 10. And this one's on the ground, picked right back up. It's an incomplete pass. Of course, on the jet motion, that's technically a pass.
It was.
I think that's why you run that.
That was a lucky break. That might be the most important incomplete pass of the night for the Tornadoes. Second and 10.
Brownrigg rolling right. He's got a receiver, Bennett. He throws and catches. And he's just short of the first down marker.
I really like that kid. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in him. Throw the football to him.
Third down and 3.
He's a playmaker. Nice catch, nice throw. I'm going to say, they're going to take him out. They just want to tell him something. He's going back in with a play. Third down about, what, 1, 2, 3?
That's about right.
I'll tell you what, I think West is in 4 down territory for most of the night until they start scoring.
Quarterback keeper
counter
for Brownrigg. Shrugs a little stiff arm. I don't know if he's got enough for it.
Down to the 39-yard line.
It's going to be 4th down.
And they're going to say he's just short.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
I tell you what, Dylan, West can't afford not to get this 1st down.
Need it.
I mean, if these guys stop them here, what a boost that's going to be for the Cadets.
Quarterback sneak. I don't think he got it.
I don't think he did.
Brownrigg again calling his own number.
We might have a measurement.
No. Yeah, no, they won't. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Chad Russ told me, he said, they're not great athletes, he said, but they're grinders. He said they play really tough, especially on the line, and that's where that play was won, on the defensive line. What a stand. What a stop by the Cadets. So you're thinking, we're down 22-7. We got to do this, we got to do that. But you can't gain a foot.
Yep.
Wow.
So now the Cadet offense will take over. And there's Beardsley. He's got a first. Or rather, a couple yards. So, Coach, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
If you're playing both sides, how much does the wing tee factor in your fatigue?
You mean if you're going both ways?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, one thing is not coming into play is they can't have any blown assignments because they run the same play about every time.
Right.
But I think the wing tee, when you see those guys practice, they have certain steps they take. They get more snaps and more reps in practice than any other offense that I know of. It's just repetition, and just run the ball.
Beardsley on the carry.
I would say Beardsley is getting tired.
Yeah.
I think that's why he fumbled the ball. You know, he got hit from the side. He wasn't protecting the football. He's been protecting the football the entire game until that last carry when he fumbled. But, yeah, he's playing both ways. He's playing defense. Yeah.
Even on the West End side, just constant hitting, constant moving, and then turning over and having to needing you on offense to convert to keep this game alive.
You get a lot more fatigue when you have 7 and the other team has 22 as well.
3rd down and 5. It'll be a big stop here for the Tornadoes should they get it. And that play clock's going to wind down. A timeout called by the Cadets.
Timeout is called by Fort Frye, their first of the second half.
Well, if I had to criticize the Cadets, I'd say their use of timeouts has not been really good.
Right.
But that doesn't have anything to do with them having 22 points, though.
They called 2 on one drive in the first quarter, and then they called the one timeout, which allowed them to throw the Hail Mary at the
Well,
the end
I'm
of the
sure
half.
Coach Huck thinks right now he has a chance to put the dagger in this team on this drive. If he gets the first down here and takes another 38 minutes to score, you think West M's going to score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter? So, I mean, I know that's in that respect, that's probably a good timeout.
And I think if they do put one in the end zone, it might be a little bit easier getting out of here, the parking lot.
Oh, buddy.
3rd down and 5. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd. And the pass goes out right. It's dropped right off the hands. That's the freshman wide receiver, Nathan Adams, as Hessen looked in his direction.
That ball was thrown well before he made his cut, and it was right on the money. He turned around, and that ball hit him in the hands. Great call that time by Coach Huck. Just a drop pass. Holy cow, punt formation.
Haven't seen that much today.
I think it's first time for Fort Frye. Good snap. Weird punt.
A little bit of a pooch kick on the ground. And it's fielded deep as we see Evans get crushed at the 32.
David Evans on the return.
Well, that was a must stop for the West End defense.
And Goodwin.
Even with the kid dropping the football on that pass, fourth down pass, that was still, or a third down pass, that was a great stop by their defense. They had to get the ball back. Well, this plagued them in their first game. They just weren't consistent on offense. They'd have a great play, 3 or 4 good plays, then a holding penalty or a fumble, and that's what's plagued them tonight.
So Brownrigg turns around and gives to Evans. Great run.
David Evans on the field.
Tell you what, he's a dynamic running back.
Oh my, yes.
He was at Zanesville last year.
Second down and 5.
It's his first year with West End. He scored a touchdown last week. Brownrigg, plenty of room to run, and he will take off with it and get out of bounds. It's enough for the first down and move the chains.
Smart play. I'm really impressed with him with those kind of decisions. You know, usually a first-year senior playing quarterback doesn't make that play. He tries to force it in there because he thinks that's what a quarterback's supposed to do. He pulled it down and took off, and he's got the speed to make plays.
This will be an end around to Carter Smith. Smith shrugging off a defender, and not much running room there.
Carter Smith on the reverse.
Tell you what, his ability to just improvise out there with the ball in his hands is special.
Yeah, but the first guy on the tackle didn't make the tackle. He didn't make the stop, but he absolutely destroyed the timing of the play and let his teammates, you know, make that gang tackle out there. That's a big play on defense that time. Stayed home, fought out the block, stopped the ball carrier from gaining a foot, waited until his teammates caught up. A 1-yard gain on a trick play.
Brownrigg rolling right. Quick fire pass caught. It's enough to move it a little bit there, about a gain of about 4. Interesting development over on the West End sideline. That's Carter Smith getting stretched out. He's not on the field. One of the Tornadoes' most dynamic weapons. And a big drive here.
Like Tevin Haynes came in with the play. Goes out to his split end spot.
They're down in 3, and then it'll be a false
flag.
start. A timeout.
Wow.
So Coach Brownrigg probably wishes he didn't have to burn a timeout there, but.
Well, the referee back here already had the hanky out, had thrown it. It would have been a delay of game penalty had that not been a timeout.
So tonight's game brought to you by Ziegler Tire, where we focus on building strong customer relationships and provide the highest quality of workmanship on each and every automotive repair.
Have you ever gone deep sea fishing, Dylan?
I have not.
I did this summer with the Farnsworth boys from New Jersey.
Oh, yeah? How was it?
I'll never do it again. But, you know, while we had a little break, I thought I'd mention the Farnsworth boys. New Jersey's finest.
Big third down here for the Tornadoes. And this will be a pitch out left, hit in the backfield and taken down, as that's the first carry of the game for Denty Tyson.
I mean, that play, they never had a chance. Andre Wynn was out there in his outside linebacker spot. He was just waiting for that. I mean, that play never had a prayer.
So now 4th down and 7, gotta have it.
I wonder what the West staff saw. They thought that was going to be a play. I think
Brownrigg rolling right, using his legs. He's got the first.
Well, it's going to be close.
I think it looked like he reached just as he got it. I don't know. And they're going to say he stepped out before he was able to get the first down. So a turnover on downs by inches again.
I mean, you can't get a first down. I mean, who's on defense over there? I mean, is that Mean Joe Green? Did Butkus out there somewhere? What's going on here? You can't get a first down against those kids.
Fort Frye defense has definitely made an impact on this game. This is a pitch to Rouch. Rouch running hard. Takes a big hit. He's got about 7 on the carry.
You know, it looks to me like I'll look this time, but I thought they had a 6-man defensive line that time to try to stop this running game. I think they pulled a big lineman out, so they go back to their 3-4.
It's clear everyone's crowding the box now. It's the only way you can defend a team like this. The Cadets let the play clock wind down. It's a pitch to Beardsley. Beardsley's got blockers out in front. He's across the 40, lowers the shoulder and gets to about the 36.
Well, Coach Brownrigg told me in the pregame that Fort Frye does something called false keys. So they'll run a sweep to the left, but they'll pull their right guard and to him to the right. And what that does, if your linebackers are keying the guards, your linebacker sees that guard go this way, and he steps that way, and then his head goes, but the ball's going here, so he's out of the pursuit. I mean, that is really interesting. Trickery in the sheet in the running game. Everybody's tight, double wing.
This goes to the up man, and that is Bradford, and Bradford's got a first down.
I'm telling you, the West End's defense is on their heels big time. They have no idea what to do to stop this running attack, and it's just coming right down their throat.
Even on the first drive at a halftime, it seemed like the Cadets could do whatever they wanted with them, and then the fumble kind of halted that. But even then, just big run plays and big.
That was a big gain on that fumble.
So 40 seconds remain here before the end of the third. This will be the final play of the quarter. And this goes to Rouch, and Rouch is running hard, and once again a massive gain. This one goes for about 15, mark it 20. He's down to about the 6.
I mean, it's just the same 2 or 3 plays. They're going to let the quarter run down. I'll tell you what, they scored with 2 seconds to go. They call a timeout and get the first down on the play they've sent in. They stop. West can't get a first down against this defense. This is a well-coached team from Fort Frye.
So that will do it for quarter number 3. All the scoring so far in this one has been in the second quarter.
That's right.
Scoreless after 1, scoreless after 3, but we got 29 points on the board. Fort Frye in the goal to go as we come back for the fourth quarter. We'll step aside. You are watching high school football right here on South 60 Films. Quarter number 4.
I tell you what, Dylan, this Fort Frye team may be a little inexperienced compared to most years, but there's enough experience on this team to know that when we had the ball down here at your 5-yard line, and it's the fourth quarter, this is what we call putting the nail in. First and goal.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, as this will be a give to a tailback Beardsley, and he just walks in untouched.
Beardsley, 5-yard touchdown run for Fort Frye.
So that'll extend the lead to 28-7 now.
An injured player.
They just pulled him up.
His teammates saw, you're not hurt, get up.
That's the quarterback. It's
51. That's our stud linebacker. They said, hey, you're not hurt till we tell you you're hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is what's called the muddle huddle. Okay, now they're going to run over. That's what they ran for their 2-point conversion.
They faked the throw over the head.
Yep.
And snapped it to the big fullback, and he took it in earlier.
28-7. This to make it 29.
Waller's PAT is up and good, and it's in the back of the net. Scored in the soccer goal over there.
11:56 remaining in the game. Fort Frye 29, West Muskingum 7.
Coach, can you believe the score?
No, I thought it would be a close game, but like I said, when I walked down in pregame and saw their players and walked down and saw West M's players, I thought, well, I thought West End would take this game handily. I thought they'd win by 2 touchdowns, but
that's why you played a game.
You bet. On paper means nothing. Those little skinny kids from Fort Frye are out hitting and out playing the Tornadoes. Yeah, I think the best example of the game, if you had to pick out one play, I'd pick out that 4th and 1 stop when Brown Rig went for the sneak and didn't make it.
Yep.
If you went for 2 plays, I'd go the 4th and 1 stop on Brown Rig and a touchdown with 2 seconds to go in the half. That, to me, is the story of this game. When they had to score with 2 seconds and 1 play, Fort Frye did it. When they had to stop West End on a 4th and 1, they did that too. So it's been a complete game for the Cadets, offensively and defensively, and kicking.
Hesson in kick formation.
So Waller getting ready to put toe to rubber here.
You know, I believe
Smith and Hayes back for
West End ran the opening touchdown of the season back for a touchdown last week when Lakewood kicked off.
Yeah. This one goes to Carter Smith. And he's tackled just past the 30. Here comes this West End offense. Just trying to find something to bring into next week, right?
Oh, man. You know, the other thing I've noticed about Fort Frye is they've had some individuals make solo tackles. But for the most part, it's group tackling. I mean, they had a lot of kids to the football. (29-7). 11:50 on the clock in the fourth quarter. Well, it's quite an assignment ahead of the Tornadoes. They had the players to score on every play. Any play they can score from anywhere on the field, but they got to get the ball in those kids' hands.
Brownrigg looking for Smith, and that's incomplete. Broken up.
Adric Wynn.
Freshman. Getting in there and making a play.
Yeah.
We've seen several freshmen in action for Fort Frye.
Well, I know they have 2 starting freshmen in their secondary.
Brownrigg.
Oh, man.
Loads one up deep. He's going for Smith. That ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off.
Number 10 rushing the passer. Who the heck was that?
Bradford, the big fullback.
He came in there, and the blocking back tried to pick him up, and he knocked him out of the way like he was a feather. And then he absolutely knocked the snot out of the quarterback, and that's what caused the interception. What a play. Woo.
So
Brownrigg is going to, remember that number. Wow.
Just tried taking a shot deep. And he took a lick.
2 guys did. The poor guy that tried to block Bradford absolutely got obliterated. Wow, what a pass rush. You think they might run the ball here?
I think they're going to run this clock down as little as they can get. This is a pitch to Rouch. Rouch is hit hard and tackled in the backfield.
That's close to a late hit.
On the carry brought down by Brownrigg.
And Brownrigg, he's mad about the interception. He comes in hard for the tackle.
And if you're on the cadet sideline, no gain on that play, and you're thinking, okay, keep that clock ticking. That's all we count. Right now, that's the West End's biggest enemy is on that scoreboard, and it says 11 minutes and running. These guys take every second to run that play. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a give to Bradford.
That was what's called a sucker trap. They pulled the right guard out like he was going to, run across the formation like a sweep and sent Bradford right up into the hole where he left. I'm impressed. They do a lot of things well. They don't make very many mistakes.
Granville 23, Tri-Valley 15.
Barnesville must really be good.
Lexington 21, Fowler 12.
They're down in 5.
Maysville 34, Lakewood 7.
Yeah, you lose 35-7 in that. That goes to show just how talented of a program Barnesville might have.
That's a freebie. The guy was in the backfield.
He's in the neutral zone.
Oh, man, he was in the gap. It reminds me of those. Have you been seeing things on Facebook of the Major League umpires? Missing. Holy cow.
A blatant call, just missed.
I'm dead set against that automatic umpire deal.
Oh, yeah.
But after watching those replays on Major League Baseball, I wouldn't trust some of those guys driving a cab, let alone calling balls and strikes. That's terrible.
Take someone out of the stands.
Oh. Okay. Fort Frye should have had a first down on that last play. The guy in the neutral zone didn't get called. That referee definitely missed that call.
So they'll try this 3rd down and 5 once again. And there goes Rouch. Rouch with a crease. Rouch going past the 30. He's brought down, a flag in the near the holding zone.
Now on the carry, there's a marker on the play. Brought down by Hines. Against the offense.
That will ignite Coach Huck over there after that infraction call wasn't made. Now they're going to call holding on him. Yeah, that's when you're the head coach and your blood pressure is about 300/290. I think that's the play Rouch scored on in the first half.
Right up the middle. So 3rd and 15.
Clock is ticking. It's down to 9:50 in the 4th quarter. 29-7, Fort Frye over home team West Muskingum.
Play action. He's going to go deep. Almost a one-handed grab by Beardsley as Hessen was looking for it all right there.
Well, hey, he brought it in. It would have been a 1st down. All right, 4th down. Boy, if you have a punt block in your special teams, you might want to fire it up. I think the last time the snap was a little shaky. Nope, no block.
A massive boot. That checks up and makes a good cadet bounce.
That was a great punt. That could, I was harping early in the game about not catching punts. That punt was uncatchable. It was kicked to the sideline. Their tournament had no chance to run that thing down. Now West is going to start somewhere around, their 24?
That'll be where they mark it.
Well, looks to me like the wind's out of this tornado.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. They're down 22 points and not much time left to go in this game.
Yeah, this will be a quick screen pass, and it doesn't even get to Smith.
Browning's pass is incomplete. 2nd down.
So if the wind's out of the tornado, does that just make it a thunderstorm?
Makes it what's called light rain.
Yeah. A drizzle. 2nd down and 10 now. 4 wide for the Tornadoes. Brownrigg eyes downfield, wide open receiver.
Yeah, we're going to have a holding call in the backfield.
Pass is complete to
He connects with
There's a marker on the play.
Cade Porter. And it's coming back.
Sure is.
Seems like every good play that West has had outside of that touchdown towards the end of the 2nd quarter has just been called back.
Well,
the
that
big
was
Braxton Brownrigg run that was called back earlier.
That was an obvious hold. I called that on a running back. That's what we used to tell our defensive ends. If the running backs, never get blocked by the running back. If he was a good blocker, he'd be a guard. He's a tailback because he doesn't want to block anybody. And that's just what that looked like. He didn't get there in time, and his hands extended out. Called for the hold.
So 2nd down and 20. And he steps into thought it'd be a sack. Almost an interception.
Well, I tell you what, that was a great pass rush by number 82. I mean, he just nearly took Brownrigg's helmet off his head. I don't see an 82 on their roster, so obviously he's in the witness protection program. Can't be identified. That was a nice pass rush, 82. Whoever you are.
3rd down and 20. Brownrigg pressure again. Nobody blocking. He gets crushed. 82 again.
Wow.
Brownrigg is going to feel that this week.
Well, what he did at 82 that time, the unknown defensive end, instead of having contained, he took an inside course and flushed Brownrigg out of the pocket. And then when he was being chased down, he caught back up with him. And, I mean, he delivered a hammer shot on Mr. Brownrigg. That was wow. Okay, now we got special teams guys aren't going out on time. Well, this is not good.
Oh, just able to get the punt off is Smith.
And this is
another good bounce.
And this is when you don't field a punt. You don't need to field a punt now. Let that thing bounce. Let the clock tick. 8:08 left in the game. Fort Frye takes over. What a game by the Fort Frye Cadets. They put it all together tonight, running. They passed the ball when they needed to, when they haven't needed to much.
And they've passed the ball well.
Yes, they have.
Deep 3rd down conversions. They had the big touchdown earlier. So I said it the last time they had the ball where they might milk out the clock. I think that's the thing right here.
Oh, baby.
The holding call kind of took that away.
Look at this.
Play action pass. They want more. And it's incomplete. Fantastic play in the secondary.
Play of the night right there for the West defense, no doubt about it. Who was that? Was that Bennett?
Waller broken up by 13.
Yep.
Yeah, Tavin Bennett.
And
He's having a ball game.
I thought that looked like him. What a play.
He had the touchdown catch, the lone score for West End.
I would say wing T offenses score more touchdowns on play action passes than anybody because you're so oriented to stop the run. When they pull that thing back and throw it down the field, there's somebody usually way down the field. Has a great play by Bennett.
This is a give to Rouch, and he's able to stay on his feet. I don't know how. He was initial contact in the backfield, but he'll get a couple.
Right on the carry.
So thoughts on throwing the ball on 1st down, or rather 2nd down. It's 29-7.
Well, when you get between the white lines, Dylan,
no mercy?
There's no mercy. What? I mean,
3rd down and 7. They might throw it again here. Only 3 seconds to snap it. And timeout called.
Timeout called by Fort Frye, their final timeout of the half.
I want to remind you, Foxfire School is a free public alternative education serving students grades K through 12. And tonight's game also sponsored by Levy's at Zanesville's Flooring Store. Tell you what, Coach, this Fort Frye fan base travels really well.
Yes, they do.
They got a full bleacher side. The whole left side of the bleachers are dedicated to the cadet fans. They've been loud on 3rd down, stomping their feet.
Well, you know, Chad Ross, who's on their coaching staff, has told me that it reminds him so much of his playing days at Crooksville, when we were really good and the fans were really into the playoff runs. And he said football is really important in the Fort Frye community, and it shows.
3rd down and 7. There's Rouch. Rouch, plenty of room.
Oh,
and
nice
he's going to stay on his feet and go past the 40, and he's brought down.
Man, oh man, that's a nice run. But I saw 51 Buddy, I tell you what,
Tackle by Smith and
I know Coach Ross has a tradition. We started at Crooksville with
Ball's marked at the
pancake
32
blocks.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, that looked like the greatest pancake that was ever flipped over there, and it was dealt by Blake Wheeler. He absolutely flattened the perimeter player for the Tornadoes and enjoyed it because he jumped up and told him, I enjoyed this.
Well, another first down. They go to the fullback. This is Bradford. Get about 5.
Another Chad also told me the fullback, Bradford, is a big-time baseball player. Said he can absolutely hit the ball out of sight.
I bet.
And he said that's his #1 sport.
He looks like a first or third baseman. Big power bat.
Yep. Coach signaling the plan from the sideline for Fort Frye. Second down to about 5.
They'll go to Rouch. Rouch on the run.
Well, what
He's
a game
got a
he's
first
had.
down. Yeah, he's had the big long run, almost 2 of them that almost went for a score. I mean, he's had a big kick return. He's running the ball well. We've mentioned Beardsley's name a lot, but Rouch has had maybe bigger runs
He's had
and
big
limited
plays.
carries.
He has. What a great kid to have on your team to run the ball like Rouch when you have Beardsley, who's your workhorse.
Right.
And then you can give it to Rouch, who's, man, I mean, he's lightning in a jar.
Just over 5 minutes to play here in the ball game.
Here he comes
They'll
again.
go to Rouch again. Rouch with a nice spin, too.
Right on the carry.
Got a little moves in his
That's his
back pocket.
trademark move right there, that spin.
Brought down by Carter Smith.
They're taking their time. Down to 4:40 in the fourth quarter. 29-7.
Brings up second down and 4.
They'll give to Bradford. And he's tackled short of first down mark.
Bradford on the carry. Brought down by
You excited
John
for the college
Stevenson.
football slate tomorrow?
Could well be. Just saw number 75. I think that's Carson Lewis for West Muskingum come out of the game. There's not a kid on the Fort Frye side half his size, I don't think.
So they will hand it off to Beardsley. Beardsley will trot into the end zone for another score.
Beardsley, 9-yard touchdown run.
So that will make it 35-7.
What a drive. I mean, what a disciplined, hard-nosed, well-executed drive when they didn't need to do any of that. They could have ran 3 plays and punted the ball away. I just don't think that's in these kids' DNA. I mean, it's just we're going to play as hard as the last plays we did the first play. Great job by the Fort Frye coaching staff.
That kick is up and good. So 36-7 our score. And should the score hold, I think this might be one of the biggest losses West Ems have seen in a long time.
Oh, my, yes. No doubt. I don't think it was expected either.
Right.
I think they fully expected to go into this game and control it and win the game. Home field, playing a team that got waxed in week 1. Thank you. Wind is playing havoc with our
Oh, yeah.
miniature printed programs. I got to get some bigger print on these programs. I'm just going to keep saying, nice tackle by that kid.
That kid.
I can't see the print.
It works all the time.
Well, I missed an appointment to the optometrist on Thursday. I can call him up, tell Dr. Hybe I'm going to need a couple of magnifying glasses if I do any more West games.
So 3:37 to play here.
Hit somebody, the fans say.
That one is kicked back towards the 10, running straight into blockers. And not much running room there for Evans.
Evans on the return, brought down by Toulis. Official timeout for injury.
We have an injured player on the field.
So we mentioned the papers blowing around with the wind up here. I'm a Cubs fan and I watch their games all the time. The TV announcer, Boog Shambi, has a big brick. And on the outside of it, it just, in writing, he clearly wrote it. It's called Boog's Paperweight. And he places it down on it, and it holds his paper. I think I might need to invest in something like that. It's either that or I run around and grab these papers all day.
Well, we'll have to,
I'll get 2 of them. You can have one too.
we'll have to tell Matt we need to requisition some bricks. Hey, I do have a nice table for you guys next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. This one still has the shrapnel holes in it from WW2. But I will have a nicer table for you guys next week up here. Although I do have to say the mold on our table adds a lot to the color scheme. Yeah. The injured player on the field is number 88 for Fort Frye, Nathan Adams, 6'2", freshman, injured on the kickoff.
And he's able to get up on his feet. He's limping off the field.
Well, I hope it's his ankle, because if it's his ankle, he'll be back, unless it's broken. He'll be back pretty soon. I hope it's not a knee. All right, 3:29 left, 36-7 is the score. Fort Frye has dominated this game in all aspects. Offense, defense, and kicking. That kickoff coverage tackled a guy inside the 15-yard line on that kickoff.
So here come the Tornadoes.
You bet.
This is a handoff to Evans.
David Evans on the carry.
You know, he's a shifty back. Like, plants his feet,
He's
has
a quality back.
moving.
He's a quality back, and that even makes me more impressed with Fort Frye's team because they've shut him down. He's not been a major factor tonight. So we got a lot of subs coming in for the Cadets. Number 51 starting linebackers out. So 82's out. The defensive end. They might even have 10 guys on the field.
That pass is complete. A little bit underthrown.
Roderick's pass is complete to Dollars.
That was the they must have gotten that 10-man defense from the head coach at Notre Dame. I think he used a 10-man defense one year.
Ouch. I'm a Notre Dame fan.
Coach Freeman is going to learn how to count to 11.
Oh, yeah. That's that Ohio State education.
Yep.
And the pass is complete.
Yeah, he's down. He had his knee down. Nice
For the
catch.
first down.
Complete to Cade Porter.
Catch by number 11, Cade Porter, but he caught the ball with his knee down, but still good for the first down.
So the clock winds, just over 2 minutes to play. 29-point lead for Fort Frye. Quarterback keeper. And Brownrigg's tackled.
That was the play in week 1 that Braxton Brownrigg ran for 82 yards for a touchdown. It's that counter tray, backside guard and tackle on the left side, pulled to the right. The guard kicks out, the tackle turns up, seals the play to the inside. Last week it was good for 82. This week it's good for 3.
I don't think I like my quarterback this late in a 29-point game running the ball after taking a shot already on the last possession. Keep your players healthy and get out of here. There's Evans. Stays on his feet. Look at that balance from the tailback.
Best run of the night.
David Evans on the carry. Taken down by Dyer.
Well, there's a guy on the west sideline. I saw him last week too, number 56. He's got a heck of a brace on that left arm. Tristan McKenzie. I hope he can get back and play this year. He's a junior. I have no idea what's wrong with it other than it's his left arm.
There's Brownrigg again, tackled at the 50.
Brownrigg on the carry, brought down by
Got about 1 or 2 plays left in this one.
Well, the battle of the former Ceramics is going to go to Chad Ross over Jeremy Ketchum tonight.
High snap. There's Evans again. Not much wiggle room, right back to the line of scrimmage.
Brought down by Waller. 3rd down and 2.
Final play of the ball game. Brownrigg, pressure in his face, rolls out. And he's gonna take a hit as he falls out of bounds, but that's gonna do it. So it's Fort Frye coming into Whirlwind Stadium and walking away with a convincing 36-7 win. What a ball game.
It caught me completely off guard. I had no idea it was going to be this kind of a game. I thought it would be a hard-fought battle, but I thought West End had the players to win the game. And I think what we saw tonight, Dylan, was when you're disciplined and you're hard-nosed, and as Coach Chad Russ says, you're a grinder, buddy, that's all that counts.
So on the West End side, I think we mentioned earlier, one player that really stood out in terms of what they brought to the table was definitely Tavin Bennett, I think. He had the touchdown, he had a couple good plays on the defensive side of the ball, and just a good target there for this offense. But definitely some game tape to watch and some things to go over before their next game. They fall to 1-1. Fort Frye improves to 1-1. I think that's another big step in their season with a convincing win here.
Oh, no doubt.
Definitely something to look forward to. And for the Tornadoes, got to find a way to bounce back. I think they have a talented coach in Brownrigg. He can figure it out and go from there.
They have a talented team. They have some talent on this team. They just have to figure out how to harness it and play disciplined football and eliminate mistakes. You know, fumbles, penalties, 4th and 1. You have to get 4th and 1.
Right.
You have to cover the field. You have to prevent a touchdown when there's 2 seconds to go in the half and your opponent's at midfield. You can't give that touchdown up. So there's some things they need to clean up, no doubt. But they have a talented team. They just have to put it together. And like Coach Brownrigg said, we have to have some young men emerge as leaders on the field. And tonight, I'm sure that's what he's addressing with them.
So they will go to John Glenn next week for Week 3 clash against the Muskies.
Wow.
But that will do it right here from Whirlwind Stadium. It's Fort Frye with a 36-7 win over West Muskingum. For Coach Doug Clifford, Dylan Curd signing off here. You've been watching high school football right here on South 60 Films.